Okay, this says, given that cosecant theta sine of 217 degrees equals -1 for 90 less than theta less than 270, tangent of alpha times cotangent of 203 degrees is 1 for 0 less than or equal to alpha less than 180. Compute tangent minus alpha. So a lot of times when you see something like this, you're tempted to use an identity, which I was first, but it turns out, so that's either what you're going to do, or there's a way for us to actually find theta and alpha, and I think it's the latter. So if I write cosine of theta times sine of 217 degrees, or cosecant rather, recall that this is 1 over sine. And if you multiply both sides by sine, it says that the sine of 217 degrees is equal to the negative sine of theta. And we're only, and theta is in between 90 and 270, so it's, we kind of know where to look for theta. Let's go draw the sine of 217 and see what we can learn about it, sine of theta. So 217 degrees, that's 180 plus an extra 37 degrees. Okay, and if, again, let's just say we're on the unit circle, that would mean that this here is the sine of 217 degrees. Right, that y coordinate. Now theta, so that's the opposite of sine of theta. Well, that y coordinate is certainly the opposite of this y coordinate right here. So that could be sine of theta, because then they'd be opposites. And in fact, that would have to be, because we have to restrict our attention to that quadrant. We can't look at any other quadrant. So that's what we're looking at. So sine of theta is whatever that is. But we can learn, if you remember how I actually talked about, rotated 217, I did 180 plus 37. So that must mean this is 37. And that must mean that theta, which is this angle here, is 180 minus 37 degrees. Well, in other words, 143 degrees. So now we know that theta is 143 degrees. And something similar must be happening over here with this relationship. So let's analyze this one here. Alpha is in between 0 and 180. Okay, so I know, let's start with let's make some room first. Okay, we'll start with this fact. Tangent of alpha times cotangent of 203 degrees is equal to 1. And then recall that cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. Multiply both sides by tangent of 203, and we get this statement. Okay, now careful, we're not saying that alpha equals, it's tempting at this point to think that alpha must equal 203, but that their tangents are the same doesn't mean the angles are the same. We got to go look for the alpha that would make that true in between 0 and 180. So let's draw the picture. I know that tangent is the slope. So if I rotate 203 degrees, that would be 180 plus 23 degrees. So that's 23 degrees. Okay, and the slope of this line would be tangent of 203 degrees. Okay, but the angle in between 0 and 180 that would have the same tangent would be, just extend this line, that would have to be 23 degrees. And so alpha must be 23 degrees. Okay, these have the same slope, they have the same tangents. So now I know that alpha is 23 degrees. So I know that theta is 143 degrees. And alpha is 23 degrees. So if I have to compute tangent of theta minus alpha, that would be tangent of 143 degrees minus 23 degrees, which is the tangent of 120 degrees. And if I rotate 120 degrees, I see that the tangent would have to be negative root 3. And that's our answer.